Have you ever laid down, told yourself, just one more video, and then suddenly the sun is basically up? You wake up 4 hours later feeling like a zombie, but somehow there's that one guy online who swears he runs on 5 hours of sleep and a mountain of energy. You're thinking, is this guy a robot or is he onto something? Today, we're stripping away the myths to reveal the actual blueprint for sleeping less but recovering more. This isn't about survival, it's about optimization. Here's the core concept that flips everything on its head. It's not about the total time your head hits the pillow, it's about the quality of the work your brain does while you're under. Your brain cycles through stages every 90 minutes or so. You have light sleep, then the deep stuff that rebuilds your muscles, and finally REM sleep, and which is like a janitor for your mental clutter. If those cycles are clean and uninterrupted, your body gets the memo loud and clear. But if your sleep is constantly shattered by stress, notifications, or that midnight snack, you can lie in bed for 9 hours and still feel like you ran a marathon with a hangover. So the real mission isn't more hours in bed, it's more deep hours per hour. So how do we actually achieve that? Let's get into the practical system that makes 5 or 6 hours feel like 8 plus. First up, anchor your schedule. Your brain is essentially a biological clock that loves routine. Going to sleep and waking up at the same time every day, yes, including weekends, trains your internal rhythm to fire off sleep hormones at the exact right moment. Research out of Stanford shows that inconsistent schedules fragment your sleep architecture, meaning you spend less time in those critical recovery stages. Pick a window, say 11 p.m. to 5:30 a.m., and stick to it. Your body will start to anticipate rest, making the morning transition almost seamless. Consistency is the key that unlocks the body's natural reset button. Next, we have the 90-minute alignment principle. Waking up mid-cycle is like getting yanked out of a swimming pool mid-lap. You're disoriented and gasping. Waking up at the end of a cycle feels like stepping out onto the deck naturally. So, instead of setting a random alarm time, calculate your sleep in 90-minute blocks. 4.5 hours, 6 hours, 7.5. Let the natural end of the cycle be your trigger. But getting those cycles to run smoothly requires a pre-game ritual. This is what I call the power down sequence. The hour leading up to sleep isn't just free time, it's the runway for your nervous system to land. Use the 3-2-1 method. 3 hours out, stop eating heavy meals. 2 hours out, shut down work emails and stressful conversations. 1 hour out, ditch the screens entirely. Replace the blue light with dim, warm lamps, maybe a notebook for a quick brain dump or some light stretching. This tells your primal brain that the threat is over and it's safe to power down. Then comes the morning launch sequence, which is arguably as important as the night before. The absolute best thing you can do for your energy is get sunlight in your eyes within the first 10 minutes of waking. Don't grab your phone. Step outside. That morning light hits your retina and tells your brain to stop producing melatonin and start flooding your system with cortisol and serotonin, the alertness and mood cocktail. It's a biological alarm clock that works. And to really blast away the fog, do something physical. Wash your face with cold water, do 10 jumping jacks, or stretch. This spikes dopamine, clearing that heavy sleep inertia almost instantly. Now for the advanced hacks that separate the casual sleepers from the high performers. First, caffeine management. Caffeine has a half-life of about 5 to 6 hours. If you're drinking an espresso at 4 p.m., a quarter of that caffeine is still in your system when your head hits the pillow. It actively blocks adenosine, the chemical that builds up to make you feel sleepy, leading to shallower deep sleep even if you technically fall asleep. Caffeine is a loan on energy. Eventually, the interest comes due. Second, engineer your environment. Think cave-like. Aim for a room temperature around 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Use blackout curtains or a quality eye mask to eliminate light. The colder and darker you go, the more your body leans into deep restorative sleep. Third, support your nervous system. Many people are walking around with a magnesium deficiency. Magnesium glycinate specifically is excellent for calming the nervous system and preparing the body for sleep. Herbal teas like ashwagandha can also help manage stress hormones. Obviously, consult a professional before adding supplements, but the science on magnesium's role in sleep quality is solid. And finally, the mental reset. And if your mind is racing with to-dos when you lie down, your brain is stuck in beta waves, the awake problem-solving mode. Grab a notebook and just dump the mental clutter. This simple act shifts your brainwave state into alpha and theta, which are the pre-sleep relaxed states. But the biggest shift is perspective. There's a misconception that sleeping less is a badge of honor. It's not. The real flex is waking up with a clear mind and stable energy. You don't gain an edge by burning the candle at both ends. You gain it by sharpening the candle, optimize your recovery, and you actually reclaim time because your waking hours become far more productive. Sleep less, but sleep smarter. Train your biology to crave deep rest, and you'll start to wake up before your alarm, feeling a sense of calm clarity rather than dread. When you reach that point where the alarm doesn't jar you awake, but you simply open your eyes, fully rested, you'll realize you didn't need more hours. You just needed better fuel. If this system clicks for you, hit that like button to let the algorithm know we're about sharpening minds here at Psychology Insights, and subscribe because next we're breaking down the science of sustaining that laser focus all day long without relying on endless coffee. Let's go.